What is up, my fellow nerds? Yeah, I'm not really feeling the whole, hello, damn dirty nerds thing. Like, I need to come up with like better catchphrase or something, opening phrase or something. Um, but good news, for me anyway. As some of you may or may not know, I mean, most of you probably don't know. I mean, this is only like what my sixth video, I think. I'm a huge fan of Patricia Briggs. I've read almost all of her work. My favorite series is Mercy Thompson, and its companion series Alpha and Omega. And we just learned a few days ago. I wanted to do a video then, but it's like I've been kind of busy, and I've been having some issues with like storage on my phone, you know. Amazon has bought the rights to turn Mercy Thompson into a TV show, and I'm excited. Like I want it to be like I've been wanting this to be a TV show for years, but unfortunately, I got the curtains drawn up one of my windows, and I'm realizing, oh, my glasses are dirty right now. But unfortunately, they actually just did the first season of Wheel of Time, based off of the Robert Jordan books. And now I'm not a super fan of of the Wheel of Time series. I absolutely love them. Don't get me wrong. But and it's been years since I read what I have of the series. I had never finished it. It's a big series. Like books are like that thick. Like there's a lot of stuff that he packs a lot of stuff in those books. But so. Anyway, so yeah, and they completely butchered Wheel of Time, and it's just a bad show. I actually commented on the Facebook post that Mrs. Briggs made talking about her new show, and it's like, I'm really happy, but I'm really worried that it's Amazon because they just butchered Wheel of Time. And someone commented that, you only hate the show because you read the books. And it's like, well, yeah. I mean, it's an adaptation of a book series. It needs to, be good with the series, Like, it needs to, like, kind of honor it, And this didn't. And not only that, but it was just bad. Like, it's just a bad show so far. Acting, I mean, I never really expected much for acting. Like, honestly, I can live with bad acting. You can have fun with bad acting, But at the same time, and some of the special effects were okay. But the problem is that a lot of like the characterization was bad. Some of the plot points just didn't make any sense. Some of the decisions the characters made no sense. Like there's a lot of stuff that is kind of like what the hell, what is going on here, And then of course there are 7 main characters you follow, okay, and they really only want you rooting for 3 of them, like. They're like maybe 4. Like the 4th one kind of goes off and on, but the final 3, they give no reason for you to root for them really, almost at all. Like, and I'm not saying that, and it's not because they're bad guys. It's not like they make bad decisions, but the problem is that they don't give them anything to make you root for them, But so it's like, I mean, read the books, watch the series. That's my suggestion. Read Wheel of Time, then watch the series, and you will realize Amazon completely destroyed it. And so I'm worried about Amazon destroying Mercy Thompson. And the problem is, Patricia Briggs does not have any creative control. That is scary, people. That's a scary idea. All right, so I'm really hoping that maybe they've learned their lesson, and they, will adapt faithfully to it. That's the word I was looking for earlier when I said honor. You need to be faithful to the adaptation. So I'm really kind of worried. I'm really excited, but I'm also worried. So and it's not set in stone. I should have said that before. It's not set in stone. So they apparently they have 18 months to get something started, and if they don't, it reverts back to Patricia Briggs. All right, so they have 18 months to get something started. So it could be about 3 years before we see something. They could wait till the very last minute to get something started, and then you figure you got all the other stuff that goes into making a TV show, I'm not an expert, so I don't really know like how long it would take. About 3 years is about my guess. If we do get something. I mean, come take a look at how long it took us to get Lord of the Rings. I think Amazon bought the rights to Lord of the Rings, what, 7, 8 years ago, and we're just now finally getting something. So, yeah, it could be a while. But I'm really, like I keep saying, I'm really excited, really worried, really want them to do something, good with this. So last time we talked, hold on, I gotta grab my atlas. Let's see here. There it is. All right, so we're doing a continuation of the TV shows that could take place in different places other than New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles. And so we're doing going through the 50 states. And I believe last time we ended in Delaware. All right, so we're gonna start off with Florida. Wait, did we end in Delaware? Yeah, I think we did. So yeah, I think I got through the C's and then the 1D. So now we go to Florida. Miami does get some attention on TV. You got Miami Vice, which I've never really watched. Burn Notice, I absolutely loved. Dexter, I only loved the first few seasons, and then it kind of started going downhill. So Miami does get a little bit of love from Hollywood, but it's basically Miami. It's almost always Miami, So we need some. We need to give Florida some more options, Obviously, you got the state capital of Tallahassee. Turn my map so I can get some of the mini-maps. You got Jacksonville, Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach is not really like a big place, but I mean, you got a bunch of tourists there. You can do kind of like a touristy thing. Then you've got Orlando. That's a good sized city. Let's see. And then, all right, let's see. Looks like around the, hold on. I'm really trying to find, like, Melbourne. Did I skip mini-maps? I did. I skipped mini-maps. You got Cape Coral. You've got Tampa, that's what I was actually trying to think of. Is like, what's that bay? The famous bay in Florida. It's Tampa Bay. I'm really kind of surprised that doesn't have anything. Come on, they got a football team. Lakeland looks like it's pretty good. Place called Fort Miles or Cape Coral, kind of in the same area. So, I mean, you got some options, and kind of a personal reference, I actually lived in the Tampa area. I lived in Zephyr Hills when I was a kid, so I actually would like to try to drive back down there and just kind of see that again. But, yeah, you got some options in Florida other than Miami, kind of get out of Miami and, and you can also do like a swamp show. That'd be kind of cool, get a good swamp show going. All right, let's see. Next up is Georgia. Atlanta. I don't really know if there's any shows based in Georgia. And if there is, it's probably based in Atlanta, which is also the state capital. Go figure. But let's see. You also got Macon, Columbus, Savannah, and Brunswick. These are all mini-maps. Looks like a place called Albany. So, you got some options in Atlanta, other than Atlanta, Like I said, I don't know of any TV shows that take place in Georgia. So, feel free to comment down below if I miss any shows that take place in any of these states. Feel free, And, let's see, I'm trying to think. I know that... No, that didn't take place in Atlanta, did it? I'm trying to think. The Tyler Perry movies, did they take place in Atlanta? Or did they take place somewhere else? I can't remember where they took place. I've only watched like 2 of them, and it's been years. So next up is Hawaii, and I don't really know of any. I think there was a detective show back in like the mid 2000s that took place in Hawaii. There was a famous, there was a kind of an infamous commercial scene where, you know, they're showing scenes from the show, and these two cops are in the middle of a car chase, and one of the guys goes to the other, goes, "Where does he think he's gonna go? We're on an island." So I don't know what show that was. I've never watched, like, I didn't watch it, so, and I don't remember it. Basically, you can just do anywhere in Hawaii. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So obviously you got Oahu, Honolulu, and you got a bunch of names that I'm not confident enough to try to pronounce. I'm sorry. But I think it would just be really interesting to just kind of have a show in Hawaii. I imagine it would be kind of expensive, though. I hear it's very expensive there. I'd still like to see it. Like, I could be a fan. Next up is Idaho. Once again, I don't know of any shows that take place in Idaho. I don't think it gets a whole lot of attention, to be honest. But you know, you could always shoot something in Boise, the capital, and then you got Idaho Falls. Then you got Coeur Oh, I totally butchered that, I know. Twin Falls, Pocatello. So you got some options in Idaho. I don't know if it would also. I don't know, like, would it make it a good, like? I don't really even know what it's like up there. You know, like, so. I need to look into, like, what the general terrain is. I mean, you could maybe have, like, a good, like, western, I think, because it's right next to, you know, kind of like Montana. I don't. So could be. I think it might be kind of mountainous, maybe. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. But, yeah, I mean, you could have different options in Idaho. Illinois. Obviously, you got Chicago, which we're trying to stay away from. And then, other than that, I mean, Illinois has a bunch of places, really. You got the capital, Springfield. You got Bloomington, Rockford. Well, actually, Rockford is kind of near. Well, it's not terribly near Chicago, so you can still. It's not Chicago, so you can get away with it. Urbana, Decatur. You also got you got East St. Louis. I don't know, how does St. Louis actually work? Anyone know about that? Because it seems like they kind of split it from St. Louis to East St. Louis. So, like, is that two different towns? It seems like it'd be two different towns, but at the same time, a lot of people like refer to St. Louis as being one of those cities that sits into two states. So I wonder how that would kind of work, you know. Then let's see. You also got the Moline area, which is right on the border of Iowa. So they kind of seem to share, because Moline, Davenport, Rock Island, Bettendorf, all kind of sit in like the same area. So, I mean, you can cover two different states right there. So you got some options for Illinois. Let's see, that's Chicago. All right, let's see. And then we got Indiana. Indiana was really the state that started all this. I was driving through Indiana, and I was kind of looking over, and it's like, you know, Indianapolis is kind of a big city, and it's like, what is there a TV show that takes place there? And I couldn't think of one. So I was just like, you know, they need a TV show. So this is what kind of started the idea for this video series, you know. So let's see. Other than obviously you got Indianapolis, which is also the state capital. I really find that ironic, you know. It's Indiana, Indianapolis, you know. But once again, you got good options in Indiana. Bloomington, Evansville, Anderson, Muncie, Terre Haute, totally butchered, Lafayette, Elkhart. So there's a lot of places in Indiana that you could do. And I don't know of any shows that take place in Indiana itself, you know. So I really and Gary, Indiana. I hear Gary, Indiana is kind of a dead zone in terms of jobs. You could put a show there and bring some jobs to that location. That'd be a good idea. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to get through the eyes. So, last one here is Iowa. I lived in Iowa for like 20 years. I live in Texas now, but I'm hardly home. I'm over the road, so I can't really think of myself as a Texas boy. So I think until I'm able to actually be in Texas, actually be there, I'm probably always going to think of myself as a good old Iowa boy. I wasn't born in Iowa, but I lived there for most of my life. So and once again, Iowa is just one of those states never gets a TV show. But you got the Des Moines, the capital. Then you've got Cedar Rapids. That's actually where I lived. I lived in Cedar Rapids. That could always do with a good TV show. Iowa City. Once again, you got the Davenport area that I talked about earlier with Illinois. Dubuque. Sioux City. The Sioux area is really interesting because you can actually cover 3 states there. You got Nebraska and South Dakota. You can cover 3 states with the Sioux area. So Sioux City would be good. The Cedar Falls, Waterloo area would be okay. Council Bluffs. So you got some options for Iowa. And then of course you can always do like a good Little House on the Prairie kind of a thing, in Iowa, which you could do it in many of these, in most of these, in almost any of these states, do like not a modern Little House on the Prairie, but a Little House on the Prairie, with today's technology. I think that would be kind of cool. All right. So I think we're gonna end with Iowa. So that's it for this one. Probably make the next one in a couple of days. But, so yeah, I'm really excited about that Mercy Thompson show, and that actually takes place in Washington, so we won't be able to talk about the area that would take place in until the end of this series. Anyway, I think that's it for the day. Anyway, I keep saying anyway. I know, I need to come up with a better, sign off. But, so, yeah, once again, Hollywood can really take a look at some of these other states. They can get more ideas, more locations, more variety, more jobs in these areas too. So that'd be kind of cool, and just kind of, just more, and more ideas. Not just the same thing over and over in just different locations. Come up with more ideas, something that's different. I really want them to kind of get away from the same thing over and over and over again. So. Anyway, again with anyway. Alright, I'm going to get going, and you guys have a good one.